Okay, let's be real for a sec. Who doesn't love a good love story?
Hmm.
You know, those epic romances, the passion, the commitment. But if you're here listening to this, you're probably craving something deeper than just a fairy tale ending. Am I right?
Yeah,
You want to get to the heart of it, of
absolutely.
what really makes love last.
Right.
And to help us figure that out, we've got, well, let me introduce you to Sarah, a relationship expert.
Yeah.
This is someone who works with people every single day, helping them navigate the very complicated world of love.
Hmm.
And one of the things she said that really stuck with me is that we tend to think of love as this sort of mystical thing,
Yeah.
but she's all about love actually being a choice,
Yeah.
like something you do, an action,
Yeah.
even when it's not, easy.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And that's actually a really important point to consider
Oh, yeah.
because, I mean, think about it. When we think about love, we often think about the feeling, right? The butterflies, the excitement, especially at the beginning.
A honeymoon phase.
Yes.
Yeah.
When everything's new.
But how do we hold on to that when, well, life happens,
Right.
when things get a little rocky?
Which they always do.
They always do. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
So I want you to think for a second about a time when maybe you had to dig deep and choose to act lovingly, even when it was hard.
Okay.
What was it that motivated you to do that?
Mm.
Was it like a sense of loyalty? Was it because you genuinely wanted to see the other person happy?
Right.
Or maybe, a deep down belief in your bond?
I think those are the moments, those deliberate acts of love, where love really reveals itself.
It's going beyond those big romantic gestures that you see in the movies.
Yes.
It's the small, everyday stuff
Exactly.
that actually makes a relationship strong.
It's about consistency, you
Yeah.
know, showing up not just when it's easy and fun and exciting, but being there through the ups and the downs.
So we're talking about like what Sarah calls the post-honeymoon phase,
Yes.
right? When maybe that initial spark is, dimmed a little.
Right. And that's when communication, I think, becomes absolutely crucial.
Oh, for sure.
And I don't just mean like, the surface level, how was your day?
Right.
This is about sharing your feelings, your fears, your hopes, your dreams.
Being vulnerable.
Yes, being vulnerable, creating a space where you can both truly be seen and heard.
It's like, are you familiar with those user manuals for people?
Right.
I'm kind of kidding, but it's kind of like that.
It's true, though. It's like you're figuring out each other's operating system.
Yeah.
Like, does your partner feel loved through words of affirmation?
Okay, yeah.
Or do they need quality time, acts of service?
Because what works for one person might not do anything for someone else.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's about paying attention to those subtle cues, too,
Yeah.
because every relationship has its own unique language of love.
Okay.
And often it's not even about the grand gestures, like we were saying. It's those small, consistent acts that speak volumes.
Like what?
Sarah talks about things like active listening, expressing appreciation, or simply being present with your partner. When was the last time, and think about this yourself, when was the last time someone really listened to you? Like a no judgment, no interruptions, just pure, genuine interest in what you had to say.
Yeah.
Or how about those small acts of service? Like making your partner's favorite coffee in the morning, or just asking about their day, but like really wanting to know. These things may seem small,
Yeah.
but they build a foundation of love,
Yeah.
and they strengthen that bond between two people.
And none of that can happen without commitment.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like, it's easy to say you're committed when everything's, going great.
Of course.
But real commitment, it shows up when you have to go through those tough times together.
Yes, 100%. Commitment is the bedrock of any lasting relationship. It's making that conscious choice to face those challenges head on,
Right.
to weather the storm together, knowing that you're both in it for the long haul.
It's like that saying, what doesn't break you makes you stronger.
That's so true. And there's even research to support that couples who navigate conflict well actually tend to have stronger relationships.
Really?
Yeah, because they're figuring out each other's, like we were saying, each other's user manual.
Yeah, right.
They develop those healthy communication patterns and they build resilience as a team.
But you need to have the right mindset going in. Right?
Yes. And that's where self-love comes in.
Right. And this is something that Sarah really emphasizes. She says that self-love is the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
It's something we hear a lot, but what does that really mean?
That's a good question because it's a bit of a buzzword these days, isn't it?
It is.
But it's crucial. And I think it's helpful to think of it like this. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Ooh, I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't value yourself, if you don't respect yourself, if you aren't kind to yourself,
Yeah.
then how can you possibly show up authentically for another person?
Hmm.
Because you're coming from a place of depletion. Self-love is not about being self-absorbed or being selfish.
Right.
It's about recognizing your own inherent worth, embracing your strengths, acknowledging your weaknesses, and cultivating this inner sense of peace and wholeness.
So it's like you have to love yourself before you can really love someone else.
Exactly. And that allows you to approach your relationships from a place of strength.
Okay, so as we kind of start to wrap up this deep dive on love,
Yeah.
it seems like Sarah's main point, the thing that we really need to remember is that love isn't about reaching some, magical destination.
Yes,
It's more about the journey.
absolutely.
It's this ongoing, evolving dance between two people figuring out life together.
That's beautifully put. And as you continue on your own unique journey of love, I want to leave you with this thought. The truly transformative power of love comes from approaching it with an open heart, a willingness to grow both individually and together, and maybe most importantly, the courage to embrace the unknown.
Ooh, I like that. Embracing the unknown.
With all of its ups and downs, its
Yeah.
messy, beautiful, unpredictable glory.
Lots to think about there.
Right.